And now, how are we addressing that issue right now? And in regards to your bench press and developing your chest, because that's your weakness, your chest. We want to get it better, you want to get it stronger and bigger, because you want to compete in maybe June, July.
Exactly.
Exactly, right, okay.
So what are you feeling right here?
On my chest, on my shoulder, I feel weak. I don't feel that strong.
Okay. And were you saying
Connected
tricep?
my whole tricep. And,
Is it only on this side?
yeah, this side and the shoulder.
So I want you to press into my hand here.
I feel that right there.
So there was a problem here in the elbow. I just resolved it. If you notice, whenever you see me messing with my hands, I'm doing something. I'm working. I made some changes in the elbow that improved the strength of the deltoid. And you notice I didn't have to touch him to do the changes, to make the changes. I'm changing the status of parts of his nervous system that were responsible for the weakness, and I don't need to touch somebody to do that. In fact, a person doesn't even need to be in the same room with me. I work with people all around the world over Skype and FaceTime fixing these problems. I don't have to touch you. Everything in the universe is connected. If I can find you, I can help. And I find people with, I've worked across text messages. It doesn't matter. As long as I can find you, I can work on you.
So what are we doing today?
So right now, we're trying to resolve the fact that Juan's having a problem with his bench press. And of course, part of the bench press is the tricep, right? We're extending the elbow. And he was saying he had some pain and weakness there. I've only made one change. So I don't expect to resolve the problem here yet, because I haven't addressed that. I've only addressed a problem in the elbow that was causing problems with the deltoid. So now I'd like Juan to go ahead and lie back and test just the deltoid. I'm not worried about the rest of the shoulder. I just want to see that the deltoid is, or the tricep is better.
Feels good. Feels strong now.
Okay.
Please, just only my shoulder.
Now it's just up here. So,
Yeah.
This has been improved. It might not be perfect, right? Or it might be. I don't know. Yet, because we haven't tested that. I want to get to improving this. Now, I can see here. You see how we've got a bunch of anterior deltoid. We've got some posterior deltoid, but in the middle, we've got kind of a valley here, right?
Yeah.
Can you see that? So that means we've got probably an unstable. Yeah. And I felt the pop right there. So all I want you to do is just press into my hand. Okay, and I easily. I'm not trying hard. I just easily overwhelm it. Yeah. And there's no reason for me to push any harder because it hurt. So if you come over here, Coach, you can see the difference here. He's got a lot more middle deltoid here, right? He doesn't have that same valley. Can you see that?
Yes, I can see that.
And if I push. I'm pushing hard. He doesn't move. So let me scoot around you here. So the first thing I want to look at is the status of the receptors in the AC joint, because there's an association, a hardwired association between receptors, nerve endings, in the AC joint with the muscles of the deltoid, the different motor units of the deltoid. So when I pushed on it before, I'm not going to push hard.
That's it.
So I'm going to put my hand over the AC joint. Okay, I'm not smashing them, I'm just touching. Press up here. Go push up. Okay, and now I pushed a lot harder. He didn't move. Did it hurt? Right down this way? Okay, cool. Let's see. Go ahead and press back up. So now I'm not touching the AC joint. I just resolved, you saw me doing this. resolved the problem between the AC and the SC joints. See the thing shut off? We still rolling? You coach? We still rolling?
Yes.
Okay. Press up? Okay, did you still feel this?
No.
Okay. So just kind of roll your shoulder around. And we could already see that middle deltoid starting to pop out.
Yeah.
So that was just a problem between the AC and the SC joint. We resolved it. And then as soon as you're ready, just a few presses.
Okay, so we're gonna demonstrate right now for the fans and the people on Instagram that are watching us, letting them know exactly, well, what is the purpose of what you're doing right now?
Resolving the problems within the nervous system that are causing pain and weakness.
Okay, and what do you specialize on?
Using a technique called proprioceptive deep tendon reflex. It's a technique that's developed by Dr. Jose Palomar. He's an orthopedic surgeon and diplomat of applied kinesiology, and he discovered basically the logic of the human nervous system and the way it manages neurological dysfunction.
How can you help the client or an athlete, like in bodybuilding, for example?
Well, I can remove the problems that are causing weakness, and I can remove the problems that are creating challenges for muscle activation.
And I know there's a ton of people, especially you, you know, IFBB Pro Cobra. He has dealt with injuries before in the past. He's an IFBB Pro competitor who had dealt with injuries, and he's watching us right now.
Oh, cool.
So tell me, how can you help someone like that? Do you have many problems, especially with either shoulder or lower back injuries?
Yeah. Again, the process is pretty much the same for everybody. You know, I listen to a person, they tell me what their concern is, where their challenge is. We'll do some assessments that are specific to what they're talking about. So we get a kind of a baseline. We develop a hypothesis from there. I test it out. Once I'm sure that I'm on the trail for the correction, I make the correction, and then the symptom goes away. And the symptom being the pain or weakness or tightness. I mean, if a person has to foam roll something all the time, there's a problem, you know?
Okay.
If a person has a weak side in their squat, or this side doesn't feel like that side, or they have a problem with a specific movement or lift,
right,
chances are the problem is based in the nervous system. Like 95-98% of the time, somewhere around there, the problem is neurally driven. It's and foam rolling, stretching, getting massage, chiropractic, any of those things. If it hasn't worked in the first couple times, it's not going to. So stop doing that. Do something else. The problem's in the nervous system.
Okay, so that's pretty much what you call a parking lot first.
Yeah, parking lot fix is what they call it.
So explain to us, what is that?
That's like when you go to, and it doesn't just apply to one particular modality. I don't want to pick on anybody. But when you go to get help, whatever that manual therapy is, chiropractic, ART, massage, whatever. And I can talk a lot of mess about massage and ART because I'm a massage therapist and ART provider. And I got really frustrated with those techniques because I could have 5 people that present the same way, give the same fix, and a couple of them would resolve most of the way, some of them would resolve all the way, and some of them they're like, they didn't really do much. So obviously the fix for most things isn't getting in there and moving things around, you know, pinning and stretching or smashing or putting an elbow in it or manipulating the bones. The parking lot fix is where somebody comes in, they go to get help, and by the time they're, you know, later on in the afternoon or even get out to the parking lot, the problem's back, right? So if you go through that 1 or 2 times, it doesn't fix the problem, well then it's not going to fix the problem. Stop pounding your head against the wall and resolve the problem that's in the nervous system.
Okay, let's get back here real quick to Juan.